Emeka, the Dwarf King. Meet Emeka, the king of Ozozo village. He is a 30 years old man, but doesn't look like it because he's a dwarf. He looks more like a kid than an adult. Ever since Emeka was given birth to, he looked like a dwarf, meaning he was born as a dwarf, which was surprising because neither his mom and dad were dwarfs. The king had his suspicions when Emeka was given birth to, but the gods of the land revealed that Emeka is his biological son, and that was how it was meant to be. And then the king accepted his son as he was. Emeka, however, had a difficult time accepting how he was because even his younger siblings were taller than he was, and this caused him pain and sadness. But he learned to love himself and accept himself just the way he was. No one saw Emeka ever since he was given birth to. The king and queen kept him as a secret. All the villagers knew was that the king and queen's first child, Emeka, is alive and well, but they never had a personal encounter with him. They've never seen him, they've never talked to him. Even after he became the king of Ozozo, nobody saw him, which was suspicious because the girls in Ozozo village wanted to try their luck and seduce him in order for them to become the queen of Ozozo village. But they never saw Emeka. The only person that saw Emeka was his personal assistant. Nobody else saw Emeka. He ate alone, prayed alone. He literally does everything alone. It was forbidden for his siblings to talk about the king, Emeka, outside of the palace. Nobody ever heard of him. All they knew was that he is the king of Ozozo village, King Emeka. And whenever he wanted to relay a message to his people, he would do that through his personal assistant. They never saw him. Emeka soon started to get worried because his younger siblings were all married, and him as their older brother wasn't married. He was the king of the land and wasn't married. He didn't have a queen. He didn't even know how to woo a girl. But he had a very cool personality. He was a very funny type. But he was always scared that the ladies would make fun of him because of his height and his look. One day, Emeka set out of the palace, trying to look for somebody that is going to love him just the way he was, and not because he's the king of the land. He dropped all of his expensive clothes and jewelries at home and dressed like a commoner in order for people to like him just the way he is. So he made friends with a group of ladies, beautiful ladies by the way. He made friends with them and they liked him so much because of his ability to make them laugh. But after several months, Emeka proposed to one of the ladies, Chineye. Chineye was very angry, and then she insulted him because he wasn't a type of guy at all. This hurt Emeka so much because not only did Chineye insulted him, her other friends also joined in insulting him. While all this was happening, Ada was staring from afar. It happened that she admires Emeka a lot because of his ability to make people laugh so much. She was staring at him and she saw the way Chineye and her friends insulted him. So she went over to him and told him not to mind Chineye and her group of friends because they only ever dream of getting married to a very handsome and rich man and not somebody like Emeka. And she told Emeka that she wants to be friends with him. Emeka was excited because at least one person wanted to be friends with him genuinely. And so he became friends with Ada. They would spend a lot of time together. They would go to the stream together, play in the river, have a lot of funny conversations. This made Ada fall in love with Emeka. But she didn't tell him that she was secretly in love with him because she didn't know how to. She even went as far as introducing Emeka to her father. Her father didn't like the fact that his daughter was in love with a dwarf, but soon accepted it and encouraged his daughter to confess her feelings to Emeka, not knowing that Emeka was also planning on confessing his love to Ada. One morning, a strange man came to Ada and told her that the king wanted to see her. Ada was so shocked because the king hasn't called for anyone. He was always in hiding. And so she was eager to go and see the king. She dressed so beautifully and headed to the palace. And there she met the strangest thing ever. Emeka was the king. She was so shocked. She didn't know what to say. But Emeka calmed her down and explained to her the main reason why he had to pretend not to be the king, because he was looking for true love. And then she understood him. Emeka then confessed his love to Ada. She was so shocked and she busted out crying. She then accepted his proposal. She didn't believe that she was going to be the next queen of the land. The news soon spread around that Emeka is the king of Ozozo village. Chineye was shocked. She cried her eyes out, but there was nothing she could do anymore. Her fellow girls laughed at her because of her great loss. Emeka and Ada loved each other so much and they lived happily ever after. The end. Please like and follow for more African tales like this, and please tell me the lessons learned from this story in the comment section. I'll make sure to reply you all. Please do not forget to follow and like for more.